Welcome back, friends. Chilly Sunday morning. Woke up about 25 degrees this morning. We're going to be working out in the small forest today. Going to be trying a new sort of chainsaw that was actually recommended by you guys that I didn't even know existed. It's a crazy thing, but I think it might speed up our clearing a little bit. But since it's so cold, let's get a fire started first. We'll get everything set up and we'll see how it cuts. The problem we're having with the clearing is that the brush is too woody for a regular string trimmer, and as soon as you hit some of those smaller saplings and such and the vine maples, it just breaks the twine right off or the string off and it goes back inside the head. So you guys, several of you recommended that there's a fix to this in a mini chainsaw blade that actually goes on the end of a string trimmer. So I ordered one on Amazon. We're going to try it today. So let's see, hopefully I got the right one. See how it mates up to the shaft. And if we can take down small trees with a weed trimmer, that'd be quite a thing. There's nothing that boosts morale on a cold day more than having a fire. All right, so I've used some blades in the past on these things. And with varying success. And I've never used anything like this particular blade. So what I've used in the past has been the Husqvarna tri-blade, which has been fine, but it's not made of the best steel and it gets dull rather quick. The other one that I've tried using with maybe even less success was the Stihl blade. Again, doesn't hold an edge very good, and I've not found it to be all that great, to be honest with you. So this is something completely different that I didn't even know existed until you guys brought it up to me. Check that out. It's a chainsaw blade. Chainsaws on a blade. Let me bring you up close here and we'll put it on. Hopefully it'll fit. Take a look at this crazy thing. The Forester. I thought it was a gimmick. It had pretty good ratings. A lot of guys really liked it. Came with its own file, just a rat tail file, a little bit smaller than our normal one, so you can file it. So I'll be curious to see how it works. So let's put it on and see how big a tree we can take down with this thing. Another pro tip I got from those of you guys who use weed trimmers a lot, primarily landscape guys, said, dude, you got to take that guard off of there. I'm usually all for taking guards off, and like, why didn't I think about that? You know, the more when I reflected back, like, yeah, when I see the back of those landscaping trucks, they have weed string trimmers. Not one of them has the guard on there, so that tells you something, right? So we'll pull this off. Not sure what direction this thing turns. The arbor's perfect. Okay, we're mounted up. Let's see how it cuts. While that's warming up, we'll take a look at what we need to do. So, problem is these little conifers here. As soon as the string hits that, it doesn't want anything to do with it. And some of this woodier stuff, like the snowberry here, There's some vine maples. Even some of these smaller ones, I'm curious if it has enough power to take something down like that big. That's probably about 4" or so. And then the ultimate test will be the dreaded vine maple, which is always a problem here. If it will lay waste to that vine maple right there, that would save a ton of work crawling around on your hands and knees or dealing with a big saw. Forester blade works really, really good on the small stuff. How about something bigger like this 4-inch Doug fir? So the Forester is definitely legit. It's not ideal for grass, but man, is it tailor-made for those little woody things about the size of your finger or so. It will cut down 3 and 4 inch trees, but it puts a pretty big load on the tool. Probably wouldn't recommend that, but for that, just that woody stuff, it's quite excellent. So I've ran two tanks of fuel through it. Let's put it up on the bench or the log and see how it held up, see how much damage there is. I was pretty careful with it, keeping it out of the dirt. I hit a few rocks. I did hit one piece of steel pipe, so it'd be interesting to see how it held up. How did it hold up here? After about an hour and a half of run time, I don't see any damage, no loose teeth. It's actually still reasonably sharp, and that was even after hitting a couple rocks. That's pretty good. It's held up better than I thought it would. I thought it was really going to be beat up with the teeth torn up, but I don't see that at all. It's going to be quite simple to sharpen. I think the best way to do it would probably put it in the vise at home. But that's a pretty legit blade for forestry work. I have no doubt. It's a little expensive, $27, $27 I think it was. But man, that's really the ticket for that woody stuff. Final thoughts on the Forester. Would I recommend it? 100% would. Just the more I look at it here, I can't believe how little damage there is on the teeth. I would still consider it sharp. Good quality steel, obviously. Something that, because that's asking a lot, man. Running a hard blade like that down in the dirt with the rocks. And again, I hit a piece of pipe and such, and I still see no damage. It almost cut through the pipe before I figured out what I was doing there. So yeah, it's good, definitely good. You're going to want a pretty powerful weed trimmer. This is the And I don't know if this one's all that powerful. This is a FS90. Usually I buy the biggest one I can, but this one, Mrs. W typically runs these, so I think I scaled it down and didn't just go for the full-on commercial one, but the 90 seems to work good. Probably wouldn't use it for cutting down Christmas trees, a lot of big stuff. Once in a while is fine. I thought it might be kind of handy for limbing, but the angle is just too crazy. You can't, it's not designed for that. So, but if you're just ground cover, man, it makes short work of that. And I think it's gonna be easy to sharpen. So very excited about that. I'll put an Amazon link to these if that's something you'd want. The arbor should fit most standard weed trimmers, but yep, that's it. All right, well, it's probably all the time we have for today. I'm going to spend a couple more hours here, head back. Mrs. W's mom is in town, and we're going to take her out to dinner tonight. So that's it. Thanks for watching. May God bless you guys. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you on the next video.